Hi guys, welcome back to the third part of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. This part of the book is titled as Getting Started. Have a reason greater than reality. You need to have a reason to want to be rich, or the hard realities of life will wear you down. This starts by knowing what you don't want, like to work your whole life, etc., and what you do want. Choose daily. Every day and every rupee is a choice to be rich or poor. Our spending habits will reflect who we are and not the other way around. For example, poor people will spend their active income on luxury car, expensive watch, home theater, expensive cell phone and travel in business class. Whereas rich people sacrifice the short-term luxuries by living below their means and use their active income to buy cash-producing assets. They then use the passive income to upgrade their standard of life. Choose your friends carefully. Don't choose your friends based on how much money they have, but be careful about being around cynics or people who don't like talking about money. They will rub off on you. Instead, do your best to learn from people who support you, teach you, and make you a better person. Pay your brokers well. This includes all professionals you rely on, lawyers, accountants, etc. Only select professionals whose services make you money or save you money, and pay them well. This is part of growing your asset column. Be an Indian giver. The sophisticated investor's first question is always, how fast do I get my money back? Make sure you have your significant upside while limiting your downside. Consider not only the return on investment, but also the assets you get for free when you get your money back. Assets buy luxuries. Don't buy a luxury until you have created an asset that pays for it. The need for heroes. Find investment heroes that make it look easy and imitate and be inspired by them. Teach and you shall receive. The more you teach people, the more you will learn. This principle holds true elsewhere in life. In giving, you will find that things come to you much more easily. Still want more? Here are few more to-dos. Stop doing what you are doing. Take a break and think about what is and isn't working for you. Look for new ideas. Read books on different subjects, particularly how-to books. Find someone who has done what you want to do. Take them to lunch and ask for tips. Make lots of offers. You never know which offer will be accepted, so make lots of offers to create great deals. Rejection is a part of the process, so get used to it. First, look for people who want to buy, then for people who want to sell. This is a practical tip for assembling a deal as discussed in lesson 5. Learn from history. Study success and imitate it. Action always beats inaction. If you don't know what to do, overcome your inertia and just get moving. As Harry Truman put it, imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Contrary to popular wisdom, it does not take money to make money. It takes education about money. Start early, buy a book or go to a seminar. Start small and practice. It is what is in your head that determines what is in your hands. Money is only an idea. To conclude, this book is very much readable, a fact that may have been lost in my summarization of the key points. The lessons are presented in a story format, as the author talks and works with his rich and poor dads. The dichotomy is remarkably effective. Using the poor dad and rich dad as third-party illustrations to criticize certain behaviors so we don't feel bad about ourselves for making the mistakes the author condemns. If you read through these lessons and don't yet understand or agree with the rich dad perspectives, get the book and read the stories. This is a book of perspectives, and perspectives must often be caught rather than dictated. I can't resist, so let me summarize the summary for you. First, don't work for money. Work to create assets that generate money. For an individual to be wealthy, he must aim to own the system or means of production rather than work for another individual. The author stresses that there is obviously something confining about being an employee. It shuts the mind to other possibilities and it stunts initiative. Make putting things in your asset column your first priority, before what your employer, government, and bank want. Study accounting, investing, economics, and law. This will allow you to recognize opportunities and methods to successfully build wealth. Take a job only for skills it will teach you, never for the money it pays you. Finally, the book's theme reduces to two fundamental concepts: a can-do attitude and fearless entrepreneurship. With this, we come to an end of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. If you want to dig deeper, buy the book from the given link.